What's going on YouTube? What's going on viewers? What's happening? Um, until I got into cryptocurrency, I didn't know. You learn a lot when you're in crypto, especially with these acronyms. Rect, FUD, and all these terms. I never knew about FUD I knew about it, but not as the way it's presented in the crypto space, like fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, right? So there's so much that goes with this. Some people, they look at it and they want to dismiss it automatically. The fear, the uncertainty, and doubt. It goes back to your emotions. There's some people that look at this and they use this as a tool or as a weapon to disparage and make people doubt whatever they want to get involved with. All right, fine. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And sometimes it's well received, and sometimes it's necessary, and other times it's not, right? So the thing about this thing with crypto and FUD, this is why it goes hand in hand, ties together with taking the time out to understand what you're getting involved with, period. The other day I was reading someone wants to get into a boxing match. Someone in crypto, I'm not sure if it's Chico Crypto, whoever. If I have it wrong, forgive me. But there's a person who's actually challenging the head of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, to a boxing match, some kind of fight, right? You could call that person a fudder. You could call him whatever, right? But sometimes what I'm trying to say is through FUD, people have been able to create a following or be recognized or become more popular from doing crazy stuff, like just any project that comes out, they want to just completely crap on those projects, right? For whatever reason, whether it's marketing to get their name out there and be known as whatever. Okay. I'm not sure if Chico Crypto is even the one who's doing it. I don't know. I need to do my own research on that. How about that? But this, you see this in all types of forms of life. You see this in everything. But this is specific to crypto. I mean, like, it's crazy. This is why people have to look at the big picture sometimes. You got to look at the big picture. When FUD is presented, in my opinion, is to dispel whatever lies or whatever craziness is going on with certain projects. To expose the lies, actually, to expose the inner workings that are, designed to rob people. Basically, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You're afraid, you're uncertain, and you're doubtful that you're about to get robbed. That's really what it is. Mm-hmm. How many projects have come and gone and have robbed the people? For example, Matic. I remember this guy, Ian Bellina. Shout out to him. He was known to be the ICO analyzed person. He analyzed ICOs. He had his own spreadsheet, and he put Matic as like a Hall of Fame. And I'm not trying to criticize him for this, but this is what he did. Matic was one of his Hall of Fame picks. Like, they checked off on his list. And he always put out there, too, that this, to tell everybody to do their own research. But this is the thing. When you have a voice and people listen to you, they're going to follow you, right? Okay. Matic. Now, I mean, it increased by 200% when it hit the market. Now it's down to where everyone who put their monies in and kept it lost everything. That's not FUD. That's just reality. That's just reality. Another one. What was it? Phantasma or whatever. Sparkster. Sparkster. Oh man. Sparkster was a big pick for him. And again, this may sound like a dig at him. It's not. Shout out to Homeboy. Because he's done some things to, be successful in the community and in the whole crypto space and use YouTube, whatever, to amass his following and, social media, et cetera, et cetera. But Sparkster was also a big thing for him, Hall of Fame, blah, blah, blah. And it failed. It failed before it was able to do anything. They scammed out, from what I understand. I don't even know if Sparkster's even out there anymore or whatever. Zebby was another one. Zebby's still out there though. Shout out to Zebby. They're still doing their thing. It's a project, a startup based in India. They're addressing issues in India, but India is also entangled with the fight with, their government going against crypto and the people wanting the crypto. So, but Zebby's actually, I guess, was created in Singapore, but it's really an Indian blockchain, and they're identifying real use cases, as far as recording their land records, hospital records, law enforcement records on their blockchain. That's what I've learned within the past year and a half. I don't know how Zebby is doing now, but that was another pick by Ian that was, Hall of Fame and everything, but everything is down. Like the price is just all the way down, right? It's not about just fear, uncertainty, and doubt, but when you're doubtful and you're afraid and you're not sure, i.e. uncertain, things like this happen. So it's something like that's necessary in the crypto space. People see FUD and it's a curse word. You get stomach aches, you start to worry, you start to panic and all, et cetera, but it's necessary in some cases. In other cases, it's not. Other cases, you could see there's some type of infighting and jealousy and people wanting to attack each other for the sake of attacking each other. And that's what I don't like personally. I can't deal with that, right? Because, I see, when you got to look at what are the intentions behind creating FUD for certain things? What are the intentions? What are people trying to do as far as, disparaging one another, just destroying? I mean, it's crazy, but in some cases it's legit and it's needed and it's valuable information. We're talking about valuable information that's going against a project that's supposed to be promising, et cetera, and they're not. So these things have to be exposed, right? I don't know. This thing with FUD is a powerful thing, just like FOMO, fear of missing out. That's another powerful concept that grips you, that, all rationality goes out the window. You could know so much better, but something like FOMO overcomes you and you're just that's it. You're enveloped by it and you just run into a project knowing very well that you're just throwing your stuff away. You'll never retrieve your crypto back. That's real. That's another thing that I've learned in the crypto space. You got wrecked. You got, you're FUD, or you FOMO'd in, and all these terms. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's necessary. These things happen. These things are going to occur. But this is why you have to really know yourself well enough to see what you can deal with, what you can tolerate, and what you can't, what you could just dismiss, leave alone. Right? In some cases, excuse me, like there's certain projects that when you talk about crypto, it's all a gamble. It's all a gamble. You're just hoping for the best. You're rolling a big spliff of hope and you're smoking it, hoping that, you get hit with a great outcome, right? That's it. You're on a natural high of success. But that's all it is. You just have to have a foundation, though, of a strong foundation that can allow you to believe and to know that your chances of winning are better than not. Right? By doing your own research, by investigating, looking through projects, reading about them. I mean, reading is necessary. You're not just listening to what people are saying. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I never give advice. All I'm saying is do the research because it's out there. These things are not going anywhere by way of crypto. It's not going anywhere. What is it that you're going to do to secure yourself, to protect your assets, to protect your interests? Again, I made a video about, content creators and using YouTube. YouTube is a centralized platform, but you have a person like the head of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, who's talking about creating a decentralized social media platform, even though there have been other platforms. But see, this is what I was saying. They're not as successful as YouTube yet. And it might take some time. This is why those of us who have YouTube or who create content on YouTube, anyone can access YouTube and create a content, start a channel, and create videos and content. That's the thing about it that's so, I guess, phenomenal, because this wasn't present before like 10, 15 years ago. Now that we have it, okay, but we have to deal with the changes because it's a centralized entity. YouTube can't just pull the plug. They have shareholders to account for. They're a corporation. So there are rules and regulations that they have to abide by. They can't just say, okay, now that's it. It's no more. We're done. Centralized platforms have their own, there's a purpose. There are rules, there are regulations, there are policies. Again, they're shareholders. They have to report for profit and losses and all types of different things that corporations and businesses conduct. But Mr. Dorsey sees he's a pro Bitcoin person, a Bitcoiner, right? So he also, it's kind of like crazy because he's the head of Twitter, which is a centralized platform, but he's thinking about, working on a decentralized social media platform that can possibly have wide reach, and be a competitor, right? Be a competitor to YouTube. I think EOS is also doing something like that with a social media, decentralized social media platform where it'll be like akin to Facebook, where you can keep your pictures and stuff like that, or own your content, because it's about ownership, right? Instead of being afraid and uncertain and doubtful to become an owner, just embrace the opportunity to be able to become an owner. Not be afraid and not be uncertain and not be doubtful about what's available to you, Just that just places you in a great space, in a great position for your future, I think. Because again, if these things get affected, you have to start all over again. This is kind of a connection to what I said before. You connect yourself and you partner. It's those of us who, how are we, if we understand crypto for what crypto is, it's helping us identify ourselves as movers and shakers, or movers and doers and thinkers, and people who are supposed to live in a free society and live as free as can be, especially when it comes to our finances, especially when it comes to our economics, being able to be in control of our finances, of our economics, more than we were prior to 10, 12 years ago. Look what happened in 2008. Look what happened to the whole banking fiasco. Crypto was introduced right after. For what? To do what? To keep us in the dark, or to allow us to become more, have more control over our finances, have more control over what we do, what we can do without asking permission from any third party, i.e. banks, government, whatever. So it's about understanding this is another tool to help people become owners. Ownership is important. When people buy homes, they want to buy into the quote unquote American dream. If you live in the western part of the world, in the United States, the white picket fence, the house. But when you purchase your house, if you didn't buy it outright, it's still not yours until you pay the mortgage, and you definitely have to pay your taxes. It's about buying into the American dream, but also not letting that American dream become a noose around your neck by, inundating yourself with large debt. Eliminate debt. Eliminate the noise. In crypto, there's so much entertainment. That's all it is. A lot of it is entertainment. You have a lot of people who just don't know anything about the space, who just created a name for themselves by just making fun of other people, or just creating scandal. You see it, and it's worked well for them, and that's their natural lane. But other people, like simple people like myself and others, we have to find different ways to establish a presence and to protect our interests and our assets in the right way. There are countries that offer zero tax incentives in dealing with crypto. United States doesn't. So I have to deal with what the United States expects of me personally. I'm not saying that anyone else in the US has to do what I'm doing. But all I'm saying is I have to understand how the game is worked, how the game is played, and play it accordingly by the rules. Because this is the system that I'm in, But at the same time, understand what this new wave, this technology, this fourth industrial revolution is bringing to the world. And not say that, no, this is just dismiss it for FUD. I can't dismiss the whole cryptocurrency market and say it's all junk. It's all scams. It's all FUD. I can't do that. Not when Bitcoin was worth 0.003 cents at one point, and today it's upwards of $7,000 fiat value. I can't dismiss that. I can't dismiss that. There are some people who have acquired those coins back then and who still have them by way of those wallets, because it's decentralized. Anyone can access the blockchain explorer and see that those people are up right now. Those who've never sold and held on to those tokens to date, they're up. Regardless of the bull market, whatever, they got those coins at the fraction of a penny back then and held them today, they are up. Many of us can attest to that. I myself am one. I can't attest to that. I can't at all. And billions can attest to that. Right now, as we speak. So the FUD can be useful, but not in all things. That's my whole point. That's all I'm trying to say. The FUD is necessary. It's useful. You can't dismiss it altogether, but it's not useful and it's not applicable in all things. It's not. Especially if you have the mindset of becoming your own leader or independent in a society where, this just, it's so much vitriol and it's almost impossible to do that. But you can in certain ways. You can. If you understand how the process works, if you understand what business is about, if you understand what it is to secure what you have. Like in crypto, you get involved with crypto, allow the crypto to pay you, not just by way of earning passive income, however you earning it through staking and whatever other means, but make it legit. Make it legit. Some people don't believe in paying taxes. Some people will just say it flat out on YouTube, on the record. They don't believe in paying taxes. I'm not going to encourage that. I do. I pay taxes. That's what I do. Because I live in a system where I'm required to do that, and I have to do that, and I report. I have to do that. So I'm trying to share to people different ideas in what to do to secure yourself from impending, loss that you incur from not doing the proper research or investigations necessary. That is extremely necessary. This is I see crypto still as an experiment. It's still in an experiment stage because people don't know where it's going to head or lie. But you have major corporations who are getting involved with this space. They're beyond experimenting. You know why? Because they see that this thing is digging its roots real deep in the fabric of society. They're digging their roots Bitcoin is digging its roots real deep in the fabric of society. Each day that each day that passes by, the network effect becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. It can't be shut down. If the conglomerates understand that, and the conglomerates are not, exercising fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the little people who make up the conglomerate, the little people like you and I, should possibly take notice of that and say, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't be as fearful, maybe I shouldn't be as uncertain, and maybe I shouldn't be as doubtful as the masses are forcing me to be. Because it's hard to go against the herd. But sometimes it's better for you to stand against the crowd by yourself when you know you're doing the right thing than to follow the sheep, than to follow the herd. Because they're going somewhere where the effects will be devastating. Meanwhile, you're experiencing something greater. Because you see the handwritings on the wall. The cryptocurrency handwriting is on the wall. FUD or no FUD. Take care of yourselves, people. As always, be well, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.